Thank you for the question around CSI. I actually quite hate the word, to be quite honest. I'm not sure I understand what CSI means. Because the way I look at it is, in today's world, and I'm a big fan of Richard Branson, and he has this quote that says, doing good whilst doing good business. And the way I think about the world of CSI is, you have to embed it into the core part of your business. And when you start to bring that alive, where it's no longer a burden or something that sits on the side of an organization, it becomes part of the core values of the organization, I think you start to have a real impact in society. You have a real impact in the communities in which you do business. So that's how we think about it at Microsoft, because we believe that we want to empower every person, every organization on the planet to achieve more. And the only way to do that is to start thinking about and putting the user at the center of everything we do, the customer, the gamer, whichever part of that audience that we serve. And so that's what we've been driving. So when we talk to our private sector customers, our public sector customers, and we do business, at the same time we also talk about the challenges in the country. How can we create more employment? How can we do more in education? How do we actually mentor small businesses? And so we find the partnerships we have with our customers and our partners and our suppliers starts to extend beyond a transaction conversation and more through to real partnership with an outcome that has an impact on the country. And there's a lot of companies in South Africa doing good work, but you get the multiplier effect when you partner. So if you've got 10, 15, 20, 100 companies doing something in education, and imagine if we could bring all of that together, partner together, such that if, for example, we were rolling out digital technology to schools, some companies might be interested in providing facilities to a school. Others would be responsible and be interested in providing feeding schemes to the kids at schools. Yet others would be interested in providing an access or a pipe into that school for internet and broadband connectivity. Yet others would be donating equipment to the school. Other organizations would be interested in capacitating teachers. When that starts to come together, we've got a holistic school system that starts to benefit from the many contributions of the private sector. Too often I find we don't aggregate these. We end up doing a bit here and a bit there, and we start to lose the impact. And I think by us collaborating and partnering with a more intentional focus, I think we can start to shift the needle. We live in an amazing country. We are blessed with so many beautiful things in this country. At the same time, sadly, we are also blessed with some real big challenges in this country, right? And I don't think any one organization or one entity can solve those problems. But I have no doubt in my mind, when we collaborate, when we partner, when we seek to understand and work together, and I certainly believe that working together, we can impact on changing lives. And that's why you're absolutely right. It's core to how I think about bringing solutions, and knowing full well that it's going to take more than just my organization, my staff, my ideas, and actually include the broader ecosystem. It's an ecosystem play. I think partnerships it's an interesting term, because I think it was in a Sean Connery movie, I forget the movie, I think he said the following words. He said, "First we try, then we trust." And I'm not sure that you actually can get off on the right footing when you have that approach, right? So I think for me, it's you've got to trust. And you've got to bring your best thinking. You've got to bring your best ideas. And I think you find the fit. We also have assessed the fact that is this core to our values and beliefs of what we're trying to do? Because we can't be all things to all people. So in Microsoft, we're very specific. We've looked at the National Development Plan. We've decided how best we can impact. Because it's all about scale, right? it's fine to say I can impact on that one school. We might have close to 30,000. And then, so how do you impact at scale? Because that's what we need to shift. And so, our approach has been pick fewer things and try and scale the impact of that. And so when we partner and we look to support and look for partners, we look for them in the ecosystems that we believe we can make an impact. And for us, it's in 3 simple areas: empowering the youth, enterprise development, and building a more capable state. And we look for partners in that space. What would it take to build an iconic team? Do you believe you have an iconic team? And suddenly I looked at every person around the table with a fresh pair of eyes and said, is this the iconic individual for that role? Is this the iconic individual? And so suddenly we had a different perspective of how I was thinking, how we were thinking about the people around the table and how to build this team. And what we needed to do as a team to step up, to fulfill on the mandate. So that's kind of some of my thoughts on it at the moment. But it's a difficult journey. It's, I think, not an easy journey. You have to be prepared to learn. By default, you have to be prepared to fail and be quick to respond to your failures. So, it's okay. You're going to have your weaknesses. That's cool. Understand them, know your superpower, and then collaborate in teamwork.